I had this mentality of climbing as if, like tomorrow I could lose climbing forever. So really trying to be present in every moment I get to climb. My name is Ashima Shiraishi, and I'm 24 years old, and I'm from New York City. My most recent project is this experimental film called Muga. In Japanese, it means self-effacement, and it's a Zen Buddhist term that I grew up practicing and learning about through my father.
To me, climbing is a ritual, a creative act, the boulder a blank canvas.
Really, it's a film that combines a lot of these curiosities of mine about changing the subjectivity from the climber as the main subject to the rock as another subject. I've been really inspired by experimental cinema and film because of the effect that it has on the person watching. It has like a very direct sensorial experience. You don't know what's going to happen. And that's what I'm mostly drawn to, and kind of breaking this idea of linearity in film and presenting a non-linear narrative, but also an experience for people to engage with. I think I just wanted to play with what it would mean to slow down the attention and also have something that's more meditative and not as high of like a dopamine hit. Just such a joy to be able to collaborate with friends on a little film project and have Arc'teryx support it now and to share it with the world. I grew up meditating before I started climbing, and I've always incorporated meditation as part of my climbing practice. And in a way, I think that climbing can be a form of meditation, but also by meditating before I start climbing, I find that my body awareness is heightened, and I think that the slowness and patience that you can cultivate through meditation can be really, really helpful in just noticing different things within your body, but also in the rock. I think that through meditation, you let thoughts arise and then also leave. And in climbing, it can be emotionally very tumultuous. And I think by cultivating a meditation practice, it's easier to not be so swayed by all of those disruptions when they come. I grew up as culturally Shinto, which is the indigenous belief system of Japan, and there's actually a practice of rock worship in Japanese culture called iwakura, and I think that's why I feel a deep connection to rocks, and climbing is just one medium through which I can practice that. So in that way, I deeply feel like I have this cultural connection to Japan through climbing. For this year's academy, I'm really excited to be facilitating this workshop called Iwado, which I've been practicing for a while but it's always amazing to do it in a group setting, where we start off with a meditation, and that grounds us for the whole day. People can write down certain things that they notice and reflect upon throughout the day. Towards the end, we have a collaborative poem exercise where we have a few moments to kind of gather our thoughts and write a poem that is like an offering back to the day that we get to be in community with each other, but also back to the rock and landscape that offers the space to do that. The first film, Muga, started off as a little seed with this growing frustration I had, I guess, with not really seeing the type of films that I wanted to see. I think that reflecting on it, it really empowered me to try something in forging a path for other voices to be represented as well, and just to give people the idea that there's so many ways in which stories can be told, and I think it's important to just invite that type of diversity of voices and people into the climbing community.
Erasing ourselves, just a blip in the timescale of deep geological time.
As I grow older, my gratitude to what climbing kind of gives me access to really expands and just enriches the relationship with climbing that I've had for a long time, because there's so many added layers of the rock's own story, of the geological history of the rock and the land itself, and also the worlds that exist around it, the local ecology of the place and the different organisms that get to interact with the rock as well. And as humans, we're just one guest to it.